Let me ask you this. When I look back on my childhood, we've had a similar childhood in terms of parent stuff, trauma, anger, hurt. I feel like football saved my life
Yeah.
because I was gonna hurt somebody if it wasn't for football, where I was able to get all of that out. Do you feel like that helped you?
I feel like it did, but I had such a low morale
Mm.
and a low self-esteem that I remember I think I made it to like, I was like in the ninth grade.
So you're a freshman.
Yeah, I was a freshman. And I signed up for the football team. I made it. Um, I remember I was playing left tackle and I would substitute for also left linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one day we went to go play. I'm not sure what school it was, whether it was Jordan or Dorsey High School, because at the time I went to Manual, which is right there on Keenan, Vermont, in South Central. And I remember feeling a certain way, like feeling like not accepted, and not by the team because we all got along. But I remember this because I feel like that has been the things that have affected me in my life, but it was not the support. So I was there, but I didn't have my family there.
Mm.
So it's almost as if like I always took it to personal, and I always took it personal um when I would be in these situations and I wouldn't have that support of my mother and my father there. So I remember playing at that game and looking at the bleachers and then not having that
Mm.
parent there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I remember one time, like it was my stepfather. He's like, "Man, I bought you cleats. I bought you like all these things, and like why didn't you pursue it?" And I'm just like, we hear my mind's like, "Man, well, no one showed up to the game, right?"
But you didn't tell him that.
But I didn't tell him that, right? Because like you don't want to seem ungrateful for somebody buying you something, right? And I remember after that game, I was just like, I'm cool.
That's what you needed, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You needed some support,
yeah,
and I can appreciate that, man. I really can. So, regardless of how you felt about the sport, because you didn't have the support of your family, you didn't want to play.
no,
Outside of living under your mother's roof, you were self sufficient in hanging out with your homies, hustling out in the street, making your money.
yeah.
Did you ever reach a point where you said, I need to make more money?
No, I don't feel like. I feel like even though I was doing that, I didn't have this humongous game plan.
Mm.
Like, and I didn't have to sell drugs. Like my mom put food on the table. I had a stepfather, right? Like I had family. I had uncles. I had grandmother and grandfather. Like people were there.
So why'd you do it?
I think it was more in the sense of like trying to follow the footsteps of the people around me.
Mm.
You know, trying to fit in.
They were your support.
Yeah,
That while you were performing, they were there in the way that your parents weren't there when you tried to play football.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I
That's
mean,
what it sounds like to me.
it was.
Like you got that support, you got that positive reinforcement from doing that from your guys out in the street.
Yeah. And I had started to hang around with certain people and certain folks, and you could just imagine, like you mentioned, like these people are showing the support, they're showing the love, but they're also showing the destructive behavior.